All right, greetings. We are starting our second round of our Magic Realm four-character tournament here. In the first round, the Magician and Berserker passed through. The Elf and the Black Knight passed on. Um, and this round, we have the Swordsman, the Sorcerer, the White Knight, and the Captain. So we are playing with just a few. We're playing mostly the basic game with a few character variants, and we do have a sort of questing variant, some homebrew heritage that I have to muck up the victory conditions a little bit. And so what you'll see is we have the swordsman, and the swordsman has the locksmith, which is to find the locksmith who's in a random clearing in the high pass. Happy camper, which is simply to find the large campfire. End of phase in the large campfire, effectively. Ancient scrolls is to take a item with spells to any visitor, and you can sell it. The sorcerer has envoy. Envoy is if you execute a trade phase with two friends or allies, you can take the victory point and then take another group to become friendly with you. Locate the shrine, that's pretty self-explanatory. And sudden insight is simply an event which allows you to instantly locate a place. The White Knight has Goblin Siege. Goblin Siege will take a dwelling and place goblins on either side of that dwelling to block it, and you've got to clear them out. Explore the mountain, all six clearings in the mountain tile. Or the challenge is to take a random NPC native and put him somewhere where he has issued you a challenge. Beat him in fair comp. Wolf Tamer is to encounter a stack of wolves. Gift exchange is to give a treasure to a friendly group or an ally. And gold magic source is simply it's an event again. It's a single-use gold magic source. So that's the group I have, and let's get started. So shift one. There we go. So here's the swordsman. Let's look at our position here. So our position, here's the inn right here in the Awful Valley. Leads up to the deep woods there, and the crag and the high pass are close by. He has to find the locksmith in the high pass, and you can see that we either the caves or the mountain pass here would be good for that. So every turn we can warlock. He likes the warlock. So every turn we are allowed to investigate one of our quests. And that just means rolling if there's a random roll or something that needs to be done. Place a visitor of your choice in play by placing the random dwelling. So we will investigate ancient scrolls. We will take the warlock, who we are at least friends with. And we will find for him a random dwelling. That'll be a D6 roll. We have some extra dice just in case. 4 is the inn. Well, there you go. That's very serendipitous for our swordsman, and we can do that before birdsong. By the way, this is the dawn, earliest in the morning. There, so we got that. We get the warlock here. So if we can find a treasure in one of these early hexes, then we have a very easy place to come back and sell it. So let's figure out his move then. So I think his first move is going to be to, since we're friends with the rogues, let's execute a trade and the company. So we are really happy with most everybody that's going to be here at the inn. In fact, are we friends with everyone at the inn? Not the patrol. The patrol could show up, and we don't like the patrol, but we do like We do like the company also. So I tell you what, I think we're gonna go mostly just go for it. We're gonna trade and maybe 3 higher phases. I think let's do that. We're gonna trade and do 3 higher phases. We're gonna see if we can pick up a couple lackeys to travel with us to run interference. I'm not great at the swordsman, by the way, because I don't usually play him. I think he really shines in sort of a PvP element, but we're going to go for it and see what we can do. The sorcerer is next. Go back to the map here. Sorcerer also starts at the end. He's not buddies with anybody there, although he's friendly with the company, so they could show. And he certainly would not mind that. For the swordsman, we picked pretty standard spells. We picked Fiery Blast, Melt into Mist, and Transform. So this is the very typical. We're going to melt into mist, use that to escape, and we're going to exploit the shit out of that. We don't have any other full-on spellcasters. White Knight has a spell that he can cast every so often. So there's no one to sort of PvP enchant all the purple tiles when I melt into mist. So I think we're going to utilize that fact, and we're going to use melt into mist pretty hardcore here. And so what that means is, I think we're just actually we're going to hide twice. So we're going to execute 2 hides. And then we're going to move into Deep Woods 2. So you'll see here, we're going to move and then move into Deep Woods 2. Chances are 90% chance will be hit. We can then at night cast Melt into Mist. We should have a bunch of colored magic here. We can still use Fiery Blast or still use Transform when we need to. And we should be good for most of the game there. The White Knight is up here at the chapel. I mean, his first turn, I think, is very standard. We're going to execute 4 trades. We're going to hope to goodness we can get a good enough trade to get the Morning Star. And then tomorrow we'll head out, assuming we get the Morning Star. I've had days where I gotten that on the first phase, games where I've had that in the first phase, and games where it's taken me days to get the Morning Star. And we do want that Morning Star. That Morning Star is not wounded. It's in the active column here. The Morning Star will definitely help us over the sword. The sword is either a 6 or it's one of our hideously slow chits that we fight with. The Morning Star has a nice H3 on its flip side. So we would really love to grab that. The captain. So I put the captain in the guardhouse. Now, I've had a couple games where the captain's first move has been to sell all of his crap and then hire the guard. And that's worked out pretty well for him, by the way. He has Wolf Tamer. He has Gift Exchange. Gold Magic Source is going to go. We'll just literally use that first turn to do nothing for the captain, but it will burn the card, so we'll get a new one at the end of the day. Do I want... Oh, that's true. Do I want to... The Sorcerer does not need to investigate. The White Knight could investigate. I think the White Knight will investigate the challenge before his turn. So he will investigate the challenge. When we investigate the challenge, we receive a challenge from a member of a random native group. Take the top unhired member of that group and place him at a random dwelling. So we get a random native group at a random dwelling, except the Order and who? The Order and the Guard never issue challenges. So let's roll this die here. 2 is the Guard. Nope. So 1 and a 2 will re-roll. It's a 2. That was an 8 for a long time. 7, the Bashkars. At a random dwelling. The bash card's at the end. This is like a game of Clue here. So we're going to take the top bash card and so that's 5, and he's got his horse. And it's nice because we can actually, the nice thing is we can use, no, we didn't get the horse too. Come on, get the pony. There we go. We're going to go all the way down to the end here. And this is a little clunky. We'll just put them there for now. And we will mark on the White Knight sheet that he has been a challenge. Challenged? No, just challenged. Challenged by Bashkar 5 at the end. Okay, so that is rolling. The captain does not have any of that. The captain. Oh, do I want to hire? So I do. We do use. We do use some extra rules with the captain, and his extra rule is simply that he rolls 1 die on hire checks. So you could get the entire guard for relatively cheap. I'm almost thinking we should wait until we see what's in at least these 3 hexes. Maybe try to pop the wolves here or here. It'd be great to get a treasure as well. So I tell you what we will do as the captain. We will execute a trade phase for sure. And then a hide phase. And then we will move into Deep Woods 2. Not because, I mean, I said I don't want to go on a big selling spree yet. I said I would like to see. I'd hate to hire the guard and then spend a week trying to find something to do with the guard. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna scout those 3 or 4 nearby hexes first, and go with that. So okay, we are done writing turns for day 1, and the swordsman can go whenever, which is gonna bother me a tiny bit. I think he'll just go first today, just cause easy enough. So let's roll a monster roll. That was going to be a 3. I saw that thing spin the whole time. Let's really roll it this time, maybe. There we go. Or at least close my eyes. 4 giants and trolls. We got giants and trolls prowling today. And also the lancers will appear if we find a campfire or the chapel. So let's draw with the knowledge that the swordsman will just use his power to go first today. So he executes 1 trade and 3 higher phases. So first thing is first, what the heck do the rogues have today? They have a phantom glass and a scroll of alchemy. And horses, and don't get me wrong, a horse would not be bad, but I don't want one yet, and they cost 11 plus gold. I'll roll on the phantom glass for giggles. Come on, there we go. On the friendly table, which I've clicked already, there we go, and we roll a single die to trade. Maybe we'll get a 6. Well, that was no deal. And then 3 hires. The first rogue is 1 gold swordsman, so let's roll there. Jeez, okay. Double 6s. This is how this game's gonna go, huh? Let's at 6 again. Okay, come on, buddy. Praise times 2. We'll take it. All right, so we will indeed take that. Finally, didn't totally stink there. We got price times 2. He's going to cost $2 to hire him for a period of 2 weeks. So Rogue 7 leaves. And just know we hire R7 on day 1. And he will leave us on day 15. I sort of cheat and I give the extra day. So he'll go all the way through day 14. So now we got the White Knight. The White Knight is executing 4 trade phases. We are trying for this beautiful Morning Star under this pile. The Morning Star is 8 gold. And the White Knight has 10 gold, of course, but he also has 10 gold here in his sword. So, friendly. The White Knight rolls 2 dice, but subtracts 1 from the result. Price times 3 is, we really need a price times 2, so we need a 4 or less. We got 4 trade phases to get a 4 or less. Well, that's a 4, but we really need to roll a 4 because we got to get that price times 2, because it's still 8 times 3, 24 gold. That ain't going to cut it. Oops, that's not a roll yet. Okay, so the second, that was the second. This is the third. Come on. Nope, that ain't working. And the fourth. There's our 4. I don't love these rolling these dice like this, but I do want to roll them on screen as opposed to rolling them here. So we subtract 1 because the White Knight subtracts 1 from meeting die rolls. That gives us price times 2. That is 16 gold. So we are going to dump the 10 gold. That's and 6. So we have to drop $6, and he has 4 gold. So we're going to go to the order. Great axe, crossbow. Now great sword, and there's our guy. So now we have the Morning Star. Morning Star is terrible on this side, great on that side. So it's no worse. I mean, it does we lose a sharpness star, and we lose some length. Those are the 2 bad parts about it. What we gain is we gain a time 3 attack on the alerted side. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that, and that allows us to actually kill a lot of things. If we are hidden, all the stuff in the game that the White Knight is supposed to fight is an auto kill if we start hidden, for the most part. So that is his day. At the end of the day, the Lancers are going to appear at the campfire, at the chapel. I think we're buddies with the Lancers. We are friendly with the Lancers. We still don't have to roll yet. We are still buddies with the Lancers. Sorcerer. The Sorcerer is going to hide twice and move twice. So he has a pretty straightforward move. He fails. Oops. Wait, time out. That doesn't count. We got to roll both dice here. That'd be nice. That succeeds. Then he moves and moves. And we flip these chits. Oops. We'd help to pick one at a time up. Bones. That's going to pull something and slither 3. So he's hidden. And we've pulled bones. That's going to stink a little bit. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry. I mean, it's the carbon monoxide we're pumping into the room, presumably, because I'm going to yawn the whole time I play this. So we're going to have 2 heavy trolls appear with bones. No, M, but up, wrong bones. Sorry, hold on. Let's try this again. I really have to admit, I don't love... Here, we got a giant instead. I don't love... I love the counters I love some of the iconography in this Karam's redesign. I dislike the fact that I lost my damn letters. The letters are so just Bones M, done. I just look over Bones M. Now I have to essentially figure out the icon every time. Having said that, good enough. Giant appears. The sorcerer is fortunately still hidden, so we're not fighting this guy necessarily. And it's not a great fight for the sorcerer anyway. He could try to transform him. Um, it's not a great bet yet. It becomes a much better bet when we are able to instantly escape with Melt into Mist. So, that brings us to the captain. The captain is going to trade once with the guard. So let's go to the guard. Now there's the guard. Let me put these back. Scroll of Nature. Scroll of Nature. Again, I appreciate the cool icons. I miss the ability to simply look and do a Roman numeral. Scroll of Nature looks like 2 and 3. Okay, there we go. 2 and 3. That does not help us. Or we get a -1 with Lost City. I mean, we'll roll on that one since we are sort of. Oof. And we are friendly with the guard. That's a no deal. So good enough. This is the captain. Captain doesn't care about the scroll, although. So, all right. He did trade. Now he's going to execute the rest of his move and try to at least just see. He's going to hide, which he does. And that's probably good because we're going to end up in the giant territory. Also, we don't pull any more. Each chick can only pull once. So we got Bones M in the deep woods and we are done. And that is our day. I don't think anyone's unhidden in. None of these guys are unhidden with guys that don't like them. The Bashkars doesn't count because he's just a lone actor at the inn waiting for the White Knight to come down. The Sorcerer and the Captain are not going to fight this giant. But the Sorcerer will cast Meld into Mist tonight. 2. I think that's the Sorcerer. So we're going to take our color, and Melt into Mist is a type 6. So type 6 is the taxidermy symbol. We have no one on our sheet at the beginning of combat. We have the giant in the clearing, but no one on our sheet. So when we cast and then select a target, we could become unhidden. We do. Doesn't matter because our spell goes off before the next round when the giant would then target us. So we are unhidden, but we are missed. We can't be attacked. That's the end of the combat there tonight. And let's record that the sorcerer is melted into mist. There we go. So I did write that down in anticipation of a first move. And let's keep track. We have 3 purples left, so we can do that 3 times. So let's put our stuff away here. No one cares much about the giant. The captain would like to get out of dodge. I could move 3 and hide in the pine woods, or I could move once and hide 3 times in the nut woods, hoping to pop wolves. And we're doing. It looks like we're doing the captain right now because he has to get out of dodge the most. So do we want to end up here, or do we want to end up here? I would like to, like I said, I would love to get a view of these hexes. before doing a thing. If we hired the guard, we could kill that giant right now, and it wouldn't be a bad scene. Let's move into Nutwood's 5, and then I hate to waste tons of time, but let's hide 3 times. And we did forget the captain does get an extra phase when he's in a dwelling, so we have to remember that. That's my fault. And this is something I'm going to have to deal with. Running 4 characters entirely manually, you just got to be super focused on that guy at that moment. It does take a little bit of more focus than obviously I have tonight. So you can count how many mistakes I make, and do that. So that's his move. The White Knight has traded for his stuff, and now I think we're gonna hide and just get up into the cliff, right? So I think that's a good start. We're gonna hide once. We're gonna make a move and then a double move into the cliff. And frankly, I don't even remember the clearing. Let's just write it down. But it is clearing 4. So we'll just write the cliff, and we know we're gonna go there. Next is going to be the Sorcerer. Now, the Sorcerer, because he has Melt into Mist ready to roll here, can be a little bit fast and loose with his move. So, where does he want to go? Well, he's locate the shrine and sudden insight and envoy. Now, envoy. Now, the Lancers, he knows where they are. They're up in the chapel, so that's a bonus. He could execute a trade phase there. He would also have to get the company to pop down here. Is he friendly with anyone else? The Bash cars. Well, they're not up and around, and you can't trade with the rando who's waiting to fight the White Knight. I think 1, 2. He could head up this way, but getting to the chapel requires a shift here into the ruins and then up that way. I do think we should at least try to pop a couple hexes. And we're going to move to Deep Woods 4 and then hide. Not because we need to. So move, Deep Woods 4, and then we're going to hide. But we don't want to waste these 3 purples just yet. We're going to try to save them a little bit. So we have moves for everyone but the Swordsman. The Swordsman is going to investigate Locksmith. That's going to put the Locksmith in a random high pass clearing 4. I think that's the middle one. Yep. Okay. So we'll put the sun token in there, and we are going to write down right here Locksmith equal sun token. Oops. Done. All right. Knowing that, and knowing that giant's there, and we have one buddy, so we do have one guy. I wanted to get a little posse going, but I didn't. We're gonna hide. Let's hide twice. We don't want to lose this guy yet. Let's hide twice and then get into the deep wood. Hide, and then into the deep wood. Move, deep wood 2, I believe it is. And do we want to go first or last? We're going to go first. We're going to go first. In case we draw more monsters, they're just going to come. We'll let the other characters screw up and get those monsters on them. All right. That's our day. Let's roll. Monster roll. It is a 2 serpents, demons. I think Slither's going to pop on the deep woods. So there you go. So that's good that for the swordsman, he moves first. So he's just going to go. And his move was hide twice, move into deep woods 2. So let's roll it. So we roll. I sort of look away every time, so I'm letting the roll as best as it can be. Because sometimes, like I said, I can stare at these dice, and I wonder if you could sort of watch them and, oh, that's one spinning, it's going to be a 1, that kind of thing. So I try to look away just to give myself as fair a die roll as possible. We hide twice and move. So he hid once. He moves twice into Deep Woods 2. And then Slither 3 is going to pop something. I am pretty sure Slither... Oops, come on. 6, there we go. I'm pretty sure Slither gives us anything. It gives us the 2 little serpents. And by little, I mean heavy, gigantic serpents. And they're in clearing 3. And that's his turn. He is done. So now we're going to draw the rest of the tokens. It is the Sorcerer, White Knight, and Captain. So the Sorcerer is next. Oh, the Sorcerer's got trouble, doesn't he? I think he has trouble. I think we did not hide, technically, until because we would never hide in a clearing with a monster. We would always walk out. So I think he's hosed. We're going to move up to Deep Woods 4. Now, technically, we would have to write every move, every clearing. I don't do that for myself, just because I know where they're going. So we walk there and are immediately blocked. Thank you, Swordsman. A little PvP for the Swordsman. So there's that. Done. Okay. White Knight, he's going to hide and then move up to the cliff. He does hide. Up to cliff 4. Flipping these dank and Hatter 2. I think that brings nothing. We got serpents. We're looking for the upside down triangle. Done. Nothing appears. Okay. And finally, the captain. What's the captain doing? Is his move also he moves to Nutwoods 5 and hides 3 times. So totally different move there. So he's moving down this way. And we do have to roll 3 hides for El Capitan. Captain hides. Done. And bones. That is not a campfire. That would draw oaks, and we can kill those as the captain fairly easily, so we're not super worried. But we were hoping to draw wolves, so we were hoping for ruins. On ruins, on a 3, we could pop that wolf tamer, but we cannot. We are done. And we have... Really, it looks like 1 fight, and that is the Sorcerer facing 2... Ooh, excuse me, heavy and armored serpents. No, the Sorcerer wants medium dudes, lots of them to nuke. Or he wants a single giant transform guy. So he's going to, I hate to say it, even though we were going to try to save our melt into mist, we're going to energize and burn the second purple magic token we have. So Sorcerer becomes mist, and he is done. And we are ready for day 3. So let's look at Sorcerer's not digging this little jam that he has with these swordsmen here. And the swordsman's going to try to get to the high pass. So let's do the swordsman's move because I know what he's going to do, right? He's going to go 1, 2. He's going to get moving into the high pass. We can't move 1. So he's a little stuck here also, strangely enough. And he's not stuck. He is stuck in the sense that he cannot make the optimal first move is to move out of this clearing with the giant. And he cannot do that. He's got to hide first. And if he fails that, he's going to be blocked. So there you go. He's going to hide first. And then move 1, 2, 3 into Pinewoods 4. So move, move, move Pinewoods 4. Okay. So that's his move, trying to get up and pop Locksmith. The Sorcerer, hopefully, he might just. I'm still trying to locate the shrine. He knows where his envoy buddies are, but hasn't seen anyone else yet. How about 1, 2, 3, 4? How about he just gets out of dodge and gets to the borderlands and tries to get ahead of the swordsman? Move, 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 Borderlands 1. And if that goes poorly, he's still got 2 more. I mean, he's burning purple magically, nobody's business. He can't go up here. There's ghosts. I mean, he can, but he can always run back to the Pine Woods if it's like a campfire and use that to rest and get that purple magic back. So we've got him. We've got the Sorcerer. The White Knight has Goblin Siege. I don't love fighting goblins. Simply because at some point they're going to tire you out as the White Knight. You have not enough move chits to. Not enough single asterisk. So most goblins attack the light axe these small axe goblins there. He has the advantage that they don't do anything to him when he's in his heavy armor. When they flip to their light side, when they're on their medium side, they will wound him to death effectively, unless he plays his H4 move, which he can play a total of 1, 2, 3 times. And once he's played 3 times, he will then have to fatigue the 2 asterisk move to pull back his 1 asterisk move. And then he will be auto hit by the goblins. So he has effectively 3 rounds to get the battle under control. Since there's 6 goblins in a stack, not his favorite. It's not my favorite battle for him. We do have a pattern that will draw somebody. What we're going to do is we're going to move up here. We're going to hide, move, and search once. We're going to hide. We're going to move Cliff 6. That's 2 moves, actually. Move, Cliff 6. And then we're going to search once. We're going to try to find that secret passage. And the captain, This was fruitless. And now we have the slight problem of having to move through the captain heavy. Let's see. I don't think you can fight those heavy guys. Armored? Armored heavy is not a good fight for the captain. He can do up to medium star damage, but that's only medium damage against a heavy serpent. So the captain needs to upgrade to kill those serpents. So he's going to hide and move. Man, I hate to say this, but he might go back and hire the guard because now he's in a position where everything's a hose job. Getting through that deep woods is a little bit of a hassle. It's a lot less of a hassle when you've got these guys who are mostly the snakes can kill them though, which is an issue. Not my favorite. Let's just say that. Not my favorite. We could go get the guard, hope for a low roll, hire the guard for, let's say, helmet and shield or breastplate, and grab the guard. They can kill the giant fairly trivially, I think. They have a harder time with the serpents because the serpents are fast enough to cause these guys problems. Um, we can't play a 4 move. They can't kill them on this side. They have to flip if they flip. So I still think it's a good fight for him to attack those serpents with the guard. I think we're hiring the guard. I really do. I'm not super excited about it right off the bat. But I think we have to. I think he wants to clear this X out. So I think the captain is going to hide once. He's going to move into the giant space, move into the valley, move into the guard. And then use his extra phase that he'll be in the guardhouse. He doesn't have to be in there to record it, but he has to be in there to take it. So there you go. He will hire there. So I think we are good. I think we are done with our guys. I think the swordsman still moves first today, just cause I don't see any specific reason to not do that. Let's make a monster roll for the day. 5 is spiders and imps, so that's different. A purple cross will pop some guys. So let's do the swordsman's turn real quick. He hides once, moves into Pinewoods 4. He does hide once, up into Pinewoods 4. We get ruins, W. So nothing. So who's next? White Knight, and then the Sorcerer. We threw that one across the table, and then the Captain. White Knight first. White Knight is going to hide up to the cliff and search once. Roll the hide. He hides. Let's roll the search. 3, 2, or 1 is going to get us No, we get nothing there. But we got Dank M. And Dank M and Patter. Oh, we pop lots of stuff here. Dank M's gonna pop, and Patter is going to pop. Both of these are gonna pop something. Dank Patter. So yeah, we're hidden. That's a bonus. And if we flip, we can win that battle. If he flips. So I think we might fight that spider because I think that spider is a good kill for the white knight. Sorcerer is next. He just moves. He just literally books it. Gets out of dodge. BL1. And let's see what's here. Let's see how bad it is. Dank. And the ooh, that's bad. The Lost City. I mean, on one hand, great. On the other hand, well, might stink a little bit. We have Flutter 1. That's where we're at, by the way. But we're looking for the cross, the purple cross. Shrine 4. We have to locate the shrine. That's actually great news for our guy. Roar 4, less good news. Howl 4. I mean, every chit's in 4, presumably. So a lot of 4. And Howl 5, because well, why not? But overall, great news. We have the shrine, and we did not draw anything. So that's a good day, but I can see a lot of bad days coming up here. I see a lot of, in fact, one treasure location. Everything else was sort of crap. Let's look at the captain. The captain is going to hide and then try to move into the guard. He hid. He moved into the guard. He's going to roll a single die. Ooh, hire the guard. 3. That looks like price times 2. All right, let's figure that one out real quick. The guard has 3 guys. Each of them costs 4. So price times 2 is $24. Remember, we have $10. We would just need $14. It's a little dicey. That's a little crappy here, huh? But I've done this in the past, and it has worked out. And I do. I mean, I understand that trade. I always allow. I do allow characters to trade in, like they're trading for hires. Maybe that's a bad way to do it. Sort of a cheesy house rule. So there's the breastplate and the helmet. We could trade those and our $10. The other thing we could do is we could trade in our shield and magic helmet and our short sword. Neither of those are good, but we're here and we got the best roll we can without like totally getting a ×1. Which would be only exist if we got like an opportunity. So I say we're gonna do it. Let's do it. Let's do. I'm gonna say we're gonna trade these 3 things. That is $18. No, right? 9. That's not $18. Geez, $16. So $16 of the 24 and $8 for real. Always just put them on top. So 16 and 8. And we'll mark off the 8 here in a moment. And let's go on the captain sheet. Add 14. We got 2 weeks to make hay with this guard because we spent a lot of money. So we've got to rack up some notoriety points and rack up some notoriety, rack up hopefully some cash. And that's that. So that is day 3. Is there a fight? Yeah, I think there is a fight. I think this spider is itching to get at our knight. And so there he is. So now this is the knight sheet, but we're actually not. We're not on. We're not. The spider's not on our sheet. We are hidden, if you recall. So we are going to play a fight chit to alert the Morning Star right there. So it is alerted. We are now an H3 attack. When he flips, he's going to be a T6. So all we got to do is beat that. Because we're going to be longer than his. We're longer than, well, and we don't have to worry about a move this time. So that's good. So we alert. We are going to attack using anything right there. And so let's roll. So this is the first round. We are still hidden. So the spider's not on our sheet. We don't have to play a move even this time. So let's see where the spider goes. Maybe he'll just line up for us. Nope, he doesn't line up. He goes there instead. Does he flip? He almost flips, but he does not quite flip. And so we're going to miss because we don't undercut him and we don't actually line up. He's not on our sheet. We become unhidden. We've played these 2 chits, and we are now round 2 with no fatigue going on. So our weapon is alerted. So we're just going to play that. And we will actually play. We don't need to play a fast move. We're going to play a fast move just to make sure this combat goes on a couple more rounds and hope that he flips in the next 2 rounds. So this is round 2. We're going to play a move H4, even though that's a little bit unnecessary. But we do want to fatigue this round. So we're going to spin him. 6. That means the front goes down. Everything else shifts up. Does the spider change tactics and flip to its deadlier side? Yes, it does. So now, let's check it out. Our H3 undercuts the spider now. We do heavy damage to a heavy spider, and that spider is dead. So we were banking on him flipping. So the reason why this is a great fight for the White Knight is that alerted, his Morning Star kills this side, and we take no damage from this side because he does light damage against our armor, and that doesn't even wound us. So, ultimately, that's an easy fight for a White Knight with a Morning Star, hidden for sure. We do have to fatigue a move, and we're going to fatigue that one. And hopefully use our rest here to get it back tomorrow. We get 3 prowess. The variant I'm playing a variant in which we mashed prowess, fame, and notoriety up. I call notoriety instead prowess. Fame is to count victory points. So we are done, and that does indeed end our day. So now we have day 4 pretty much to record. We'll start with the White Knight because he's here. Now it's a little bit of a bummer because I can either go into the cavern, which I mean certainly could be good to go in the cavern, but I'd rather get to the ruin. I'm gonna have to search for this guy right here. So I'm gonna hide. I'm gonna search, I'm gonna search, I'm gonna search again. But we also get an extra rest, and that allows us to pull back our crappy fatigues here that we're gonna suffer all too often as the knight. What is the swordsman gonna do? Swordsman, if you recall, is trying to get to here, this square, this clearing. The best he can do is get to here today, so he's gonna hide once and move up into the high pass. Oh yes, move into high pass. I think it's 2. 2. I'm not sure what. No, it's 2. Yes, so he moves into high pass 2. So hopefully he'll make that hide. Get up here. Hopefully it's nothing too bad, and we'll go from there. The sorcerer. I don't love the fact that I am in the. This runes could still pull something. The captain likes that because I think that's the damn wolves. The sorcerer doesn't really want to fight wolves today. Although that would be a good fight for him because he would fiery blast the shit out of them. So, but only if he's alerted already, really. So, I think we're going to hide, pull back. So we're going to hide. We're going to pull back into the woods. That is the pine woods. Then we're going to rest. Then we're going to spell X or free spell X and a spell. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 actual turns and 1 extra turn. That'll pull one of these ships back and flip it. And just get us, I just wouldn't mind being back a little bit positive there. So we got 1 day 4, 2 day 4, 3 day 4, and it is the captain now who actually has to write 2 day 4s because he's got him and his buddy going in there. So what are we doing? I think we're going to test this group out, and we're going to test them on the giant. So I think we're going to hide, move, and then move into the deep woods giant space. It's currently the giant. It's not great notation, I know. Our hired native, which is our HQ, will follow the captain. Done. That's it. That's our crew. That's what we're doing. So, does the swordsman go first or go last? He will go first. I mean, he can wait till that roll happens. Serpents and demons. Swordsman will still go first. And oof, and we got serpents prowling. That's gonna bring a little bit of a hassle to the captain. I don't like the serpents at all. So, swordsman first, then the sorcerer, then the white knight, then the captain. So the swordsman is going to, and we're actually all on hidden at the beginning of the day here, so let's make sure we know that. Hide first for the swordsman. And up into the high pass. We have Stink and Alter 1. Ooh, Alter 1. That's like it's like the Tennille in Captain and Tennille, only it's the demon in Serpents and Demons. So that brings the tremendous demon. Definitely not something the swordsman wants to face off against, but he's willing, since he can run from it, he's certainly willing to risk getting up there to get his locksmith buddy done. That is the first guy. The second guy is going to be our sorcerer, who hides, moves into the pine woods, and then starts executing rests. Hides. He does. Pine woods it is. He executes a rest, spell X, and then spell, flips that, and we are done. White Knight. Hide, search 3 times. Got it. He does hide. Oops, he flips too much. Too much flipping. Let's see. 3 searches. Let's go. Search. Nope. 1. He needs a 3, a 2, or a 1. Nope. No. And now he will rest. That brings his chip back into play. But he is done. Crappy day for him. And the captain is going to hide 2 times. Nope, that's a fail. That is a fail. Wah wah. Okay, that's really crappy, actually, a little bit. We're gonna walk right in there, and we're gonna pull these guys prowling, and we're gonna pull someone else slithering, but he won't actually get to us just yet. And that is absolutely a fight. I don't like this for my first fight with the guard. I think this is actually a little crappy for the guard. So what we're going to do is we're going to need 3 of these sheets with the captain's sheet. So 1, 2, and 3. 1 for each of our guardsmen. 1. Got serpent, serpent, giant, guard, and guard. Yeah, I don't like this side is bad, right? We can never guarantee a hit. They can't kill him on this side. On this side, though, we do guarantee that we'll get to them before they get to us. So we have an 8 there. I think I don't know if I'm going to actually play this guy on this sheet. So he's going to lure him. He's going to lure him. That's for certain. So this is a 1/3 chance of dying. We definitely don't want the HQ to have a 1/3 chance of dying. So we're going to actually, if we do lure, we're going to swap him out with, say, him. And poor one's going to be the. Oh, let's put the club in the second slot. So it's a 1/3 chance of dying, a 1/3 chance of killing him, a 1/3 chance of a stalemate there for the first round. If the captain could, in theory, the captain could take the giant. In which case, the captain would have to survive a round. That's not a good one either. It really is better for the great swordsman to be doing it because great swordsman will hit first every round if we can manage. Now, if we flip here? So if we flip him, first round their lengths are tied, and we have a faster attack. Is it always a faster attack? No. There's a 1/3 chance. Still a 1/3 chance of dying. With simultaneous hits. I think we're going to go with this. I think here we go. This is our, and the captain sits it out because he can't kill any of these things right now, especially with a short sword. By the way, we have given ourselves a dagger. We are a little wimpy right now. As soon as we get cash, we get try to get a good weapon. So, all right, let's see how it goes. I think this is the play. So here we'll roll for. So these guys are all on their own sheets, so we can play them on either side. They will not flip or move. These guys always do. So we roll. Oops, that's just flipping. Don't do that. And we roll 2. So 2 stays the same. This switches with this. And then we roll to see if the serpent flips. Oops, and we toss that die off the side. Okay, what, really? Hello, there we go. Does the serpent flip over? The serpent does flip over. So, the serpent, we are longer. We do not undercut the serpent. The serpent does not undercut us. That's a stalemate. We are done that round. This is the money right here. So let me close my eyes and roll that die. There we go. A lot of rolling. 5. I don't like it. 3 goes up to the top. Everything else shifts. Oops. God damn it. Everything else shifts down 1. Okay. I like it. Now I like it. Weapon lengths are the same. Oh, does his club flip? No, his club doesn't flip. That was the important thing, I think. So weapon links are the same, but he doesn't undercut us, which he would have. And he misses. This giant is tooth and claw length still, so we have the second longest weapon in the game. And since our weapon speed is higher, this one's going to go next. Or it's still, it's longer. It's the second longest thing right now. So, actually, we shouldn't even worry about this. So, in order, it's our great swordsman, because his length ties his length, and we are faster. We undercut the giant's move and kill the giant. If he flips, that's a different story. But he didn't. The giant is killed, so that's a good sign. Let me lock this too, just because. So now we have this serpent. We roll a 6. That means he goes down there. Everything else slides up. Does he flip? He does not flip. I think we have the same situation we did before. Did he flip? I don't think he did. I don't think he flipped. Did he flip? He certainly did not. I didn't think anyone flipped. I think he ended up down here and didn't flip. I don't know how I must have. I don't know how I moved his thing. He ends up down here. He doesn't flip. We miss. He miss. I mean, he undercuts us and hits us, but does, or maybe. Oh, geez, I totally forget what he did here. Let's say that he flipped and I moved him back up because he did not. This did not happen. That guy didn't hit. No one hit over here. He doesn't flip. He does undercut us. He does hit us. We are medium. His medium damage, though, does not inflict enough to kill this guy. And against natives, we're good. That's good. That's perfect. So he is good to go. So I'm going to put these guys back up to the top. He's dead, so he goes up here. So let's take a quick look at. So I'm going to lure him to this sheet. I think I should play them on this side because we get a faster attack. Yes, because we can't be killed. So now thinking about it, we play these guys on this side. So let's see how that works out. So we're just flipping. Let's actually roll the die. 6. So this goes down here. Does he flip over? No. So let's look. We are faster. We don't undercut. No, we should never play them on this side, right? If we play them on this side, then he undercuts us and kills us. Whereas we play on this side, he can't undercut. I see. So I understand now. I totally see what the side. If I look at both of these sides, then we have to play them on this side, which is why I was doing that in the first place. Got it. Okay, I'm going to do that. So let's roll. I mean, I know I rolled, but looking at these, this makes the most sense. So 4, everything stays the same. Does he flip over? He does flip over. So in this case, he hits us first because he's faster. He does medium damage. Then he is killed by the swordsman, doing heavy plus damage. This guy, 2. So these switch. Does he flip? No. That's a miss on both sides. So we've got that going. Might as well keep this pretty much the same. Let's just see what happens. 5. Switch. We flip down to here. Does he flip over? No. So in that case, we would have to play chits, by the way, to not end the combat since 2 rounds will have passed. So what we're going to do is we'll play a move and a fight, and we'll fatigue a move just like that and continue the fight for 2 more rounds. Look away, spin it. 4, everyone stays in the same slot. Does he flip? He doesn't. He's going to hit us for medium, which is nothing, and we kill him. And it is always amazing to me how, as soon as you add a pile of natives to the mix, how some things become trivial. It's just a question of how much you're going to fatigue. So we killed a giant first. That's 8. 8 more because it's 4 times 2. 12 more is 4 times 3. So we got 28 fame and notoriety. So prowess. 28 prowess for the captain that day. And I would say that that's already started to pay off there. And that was day 4. That's day 4. No, the captain is also going to use his source of gold to burn it and be done. And that will give him explore the crags. I've done that a couple days ago, but go. Where the hell's the crag? Crag is right there. So this is all good. Now, this tremendous serpent is a little dicier because when he hits, which he auto hits someone, he's gonna then kill him the next round. That one would be a little different strategy for the captain. I think the captain would lure him, and then he would deploy. Well, no, you can't. There's no way to get a native to attack someone on the captain's sheet. As soon as we deploy, they'll pull off the captain's sheet. The serpent will go on his own sheet, and then he will attack one of these guys. In that case, we would have a we would be able to kill him once he hits someone and flipped. Ugh, God, I hate that. I think we'd be able to kill him once he flipped. So all right, let's write some moves though. So let me stop let's stop speculating and let's write some moves. Let's say we hide. Do we go to explore the crags? 1, 2, 3. We have to hide once, go up here. Exploring the crags is a long haul though. It's 2, 2, and 2. It is at least 3 days. So 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, at least a week, pretty much, to explore the crag. And that assumes that nothing shows up. For 1 victory point, I really need to make that more. Those explore ones need to be more points almost because they are so they can be so time consuming. I don't think we won't go for it, especially knowing none of these woods tiles are going to draw wolves. That means we have oak woods and maple woods, or this guy, and all of those are through the caves in the borderlands. The one advantage you have going for you is You could also search for these paths and passages to help expedite your return trip. Although that's going to slow you down. I don't love it. I don't love where we're at. I do think I'm gonna think about re-upping those victory points for those. But anyway, uh, let's hide once and let's get to Deep Woods full for the captain. If we don't hide, well, then we're going to be fighting a tremendous snake. So be it. The White Knight has not found the cliff here. Um, God, we're going to hide and search. So he's done. That's crappy, but that's his turn. The Sorcerer has to locate the shrine. So what I am going to do for the Sorcerer real quick to get him in the best position possible is I will hide once. I will rest once. I will spell X and spell. So that gives me, that's 3 of my phases. And then I will move into Borderlands 1, preparing for the next day. And then our buddy here, the Swordsman, we do have to locate. It says find him, which typically means locate. So let's hide once, move into High Pass 4, and locate. Hide once, move, High Pass 4, and then search. That's a double move, by the way. So let's just record that. Move, High Pass 4, and search, and done. Not knowing what the Sorcerer is going to do, I think the Swordsman will still endeavor to go first. So let's get a monster roll up. 6 bats. Ugh. Never like bats if I'm anywhere near the mountains. Or, you know. So Swordsman's first. Swordsman hides. We hope he does. Moves here. He rolls a locate. 4. No, 5. Wah wah. Okay. I don't think we bring bats, though. I don't think either of those are bats. I think bats are what? What are bats? Bats are orange circles. The unlucky charms of Magic Realm. So that is nothing, and nothing happens, and he is done. And now we draw White Knight, Sorcerer, Captain. White Knight hides once. He does. Searches 3 times. 3, 2, or 1. Nope, that's a 6. 2, that's a fine. We're 6-3. Cliff 6-3. Cliff 3-6, done. He has searched it. Unfortunately, he searched 3 times, but nothing appears. So good. Sorcerer is next. Sorcerer hides, then rests, then spell X spell. So we'll do that. We will. So rest pulls us back. Enchants done. Oh, and technically our melt into mist. We should take that. It's not just employed. That's employed in magic. There you go. Done. So we've rested. We've enchanted. We now move into BL1 now. So we just wander in. Not the smartest thing I've ever done. Ugh. And indeed, I think Flutter 1's going to do it. Flutter does it. We get 1 bat. It's not the end of the world. And now the captain is going to hide once. Oh, and he's following. His guys are following. And then 4, and same thing there. Boom. Done. And Bones M, though, is going to draw 2 bats. Yay! Okay. Strangely enough, that sounds bad because bats are almost always bad. The caveat is the bats can't kill any of the guards. So that's a great fight for the guard. So I think we're just going to fight them guys with the guard. I think the sorcerer, so we'll do the sorcerer's fight first. The sorcerer is going to expend purple and melt into mist and avoid the bats. The captain, though, is going to force his boys to fight. Oops. So what we're going to do is, now he's heavy. We could kill him. If we had a sword, we'd fight. We sold our sword because sort of a dummy. So we will just flip to, it doesn't really matter what side. Well, actually, what we're going to do is, so we're going to lure here. Done. You can't hurt him. So we're golden. And we're going to deploy here. So there's a difference is we pull to the, so we're on the bats sheet now. And technically one of these is the bat's target and the other one is the attacker. And there we go. Whereas here, we're on our sheet. We're on the guard HQ sheet. The bat is the target. So the difference between luring and deploying, luring is, well, in this case with the natives, the luring means 1 guy versus 1 denizen, right? One of our natives versus 1 of the monsters. And we get to play on either side. And we don't flip and we don't change boxes. When we deploy, it is lots of natives against 1 monster, potentially, but everyone has to potentially switch boxes. They have to flip. They can pile up in 1 box, and so on. If we had 3 bats, this is just to expedite this fight. There's no specific reason we're doing that other than to make this go faster, potentially, we hope. So let's roll over here, see where the bat goes. 6. So the bat's going to go down here. Is the bat going to flip? Barely matters. Bat does flip. There you go. In which case, he's going to pound this guy, but bounce off his muscled physique, armored, greatsword physique, and so be it. Now the bat goes, and he will stay here in this one, but that doesn't necessarily matter because now both of our guys have to also switch boxes here. So 5, he goes down to here, and he goes down to here like that. And do they flip? Well, the bat does. And it really doesn't matter, but let's flip these guys anyway. He doesn't, and he does not. So again, he's going to pound him with medium damage, which doesn't do anything. And that was a round where no damage occurred, nothing happened. This round, we're going to play a fight and a move. Actually, we'll play 2 fights. We'll play our fight M3. So we're going to do a light star damage to somebody, but it's not going to matter. So, over here, where does this bat end up? 5. He ends up, I think, here. Yay. Ugh. And does he flip? He does not flip. Where does this bat end up? First, the bat. 5. The bat ends up here. Where do our guys end up? The white will be the guy on the left. They both end up 3. Well, that's just... They both end up here. Oh, that's good, actually. Okay, that worked out. Does the first guy flip? No. Does the second guy flip? No. The bat is killed because these guys intercept and line up. The bat does hit first, and he does medium damage, which does nothing to the guard. So literally, this is just how often does the captain have to fatigue to keep the battle going? And the answer is once, hopefully. So now we're going to deploy. So what that means is we're going to deploy to the bat sheet, and we're going to lay these 3 guys, deploy them to the bat sheet. The last one to be deployed is going to be number 2. And so here's the thing. I still believe, and I could be doing this wrong, someone can correct me if they find this out, but every one of our guys has to roll separately on the chart there to move around. They could even line up over each other because that's how it goes when you deploy. Let's roll for the bat first. 3. The bat switches. Let's roll for this guy, the target. Target first rolls a 6, which means he goes all the way down here. These 2 guys go. I'm going to roll, well, what I'm going to do is, so these guys are going to be pretty simple. I'm going to use the first edition rules to move these guys just to speed it up here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The first box is 1, 2. Second box is 3, 4, 5, 6 is the third box. If you I actually had to convince someone of this time. It is exactly the same as putting someone in here and doing this. You have a third chance to end up in every box. Let's roll these dice. The first guy ends up in the second box. The second guy ends up in the third box. Does the second box flip? No. Does the last box flip? No. This guy intercepts the bat and kills it. And we've got 2 bats. 2 bats down. And again, I don't know. I'm starting to think that pays off for the captain. Let's put the bats up. We get 3 points and 6 points for 9 more points. Especially if you're going for a fame and or notoriety, in this case, prowess. So a quick note on scoring, just in case you've never seen one of these, and I've only done this once before on YouTube. So each of these cards is going to score you a point when you complete its goal. Some score slightly more points, and I need to rebalance them. So this is a little bit of a play test too as we go through this. In addition, when you're playing with more than 2 players, you score in 4 categories. You score in prowess, which is fame and notoriety sort of jammed together. You score in gold. You score in great treasures and spells learned. Every category scores 2, 1, or 0 points based on if you place first, second, or third or fourth. So technically, you could score a total of 8 points for all the categories. If you won every category, you had the most spells, the most raid treasures, the most gold, and the most prowess, you would score 8 points plus however many cards you completed. Typically, in a month game, you score 2 to 4 cards, probably 5 cards, maybe, and then you get a couple categories. You get some points per category, so it sort of works out. It keeps a little bit of the flavor of the original victory conditions, um, while giving you tasks to complete throughout the game. And I am working on these. A lot of these are simply tasks. I would like to give them a little bit more of a narrative flair, maybe. We'll see. We'll see how that goes over the course of time. So um, that was my day 4, and the sorcerer is missed. The white knight has found his cliff. Man, we don't want. So okay, so let's do some moves here. So first move for this is the swordsman. The swordsman's going to hide once. Oops, I have caps lock on. Hide once. Search 3 times because he wants to pop this locksmith and be done. That's his goal, and he is going to do that. The wizard here, the sorcerer, he's going to move into the shrine. Oh man, that looks so bad. There's a 4 in 6 chance of getting something. A 5 in 6 chance. Oh, that is a death. Oh, and actually, to be quite honest, he should have popped the damn demon last round, right? It was serpents and demons, and he moved up there, and I did not pay attention because I was too focused on other crap. But I believe that our roll was serpents and demons last time. Oh, it was bats. I'm sorry. No, bats. And he got a bat. Done. Serpents and demons was before. Okay, good. And Howl was in. This is a C, so Owl C doesn't pull bats. Only Howl and M. Flutter was the only thing that pulled. I actually did it correct. No mistakes. You do not get to count that as a mistake yet. So, what I don't like about the sorcerer right now is he's going to try to find that shrine. He's going to walk into like a 5 in 6 chance of disaster. And have to burn another melt into mist. I'm just not super happy with that. Not happy at all. Like that is a bad. So is that a bad call? All of a sudden, is that? The trolls he's not going to beat. Now he can beat a single troll. He can beat a single demon even if he lucks out. That's a transformer. Um, a howl. Really, he can only beat a howl. He can beat if it pops goblins, but only if he's alerted a fireball effectively. Man, you're just not you're not convincing me that this is. And the worst part is the more days you waste going in there, I can definitely locate it. I can get in and locate it. He does have sudden insight, and that's going to change his strategy a tiny bit. I think he walks in, takes the roll. I'm going to walk in. I'm going to take the roll, whatever it is. I will have to melt into mist, but I have 3 left. So we're going to move and move to the shrine. It's a terrible move, by the way, but we're doing it. So we're going to walk in, right? We're going to have to melt into mist almost certainly. Tomorrow, if he wants to, he can make a decision then tomorrow on what he does. And he could possibly just execute a search phase. Use sudden insight to locate, pop the victory condition, and then have to melt into mist and get out of Dodge. As a for instance. If it's goblins, he could back off into the Oak Woods, which is now increasingly likely that it's a campfire. And then just hide out and re-up spells and re-up purple and then walk in and nuke the goblins. As a for instance. If it's something like a troll, well, he's effed a little bit, but he can at least melt into mist out of there a couple, once or twice more. So he's just going to walk in and see what the hell happened. So we have 2 day 6s. Our 3rd day 6 is for the White Knight. The White Knight will hide twice and walk into the spider. Hide. Then he's going to move and move again to where the spider is. I just use a shorthand so I don't have to deal with it. And we got to make hay with this guard here for the captain. And we're doing it. We're doing good so far, I think. I would argue we've done pretty well. I still don't love an unhidden charge up because I like to be able to assess the fight. You could get 3 bats, which you could still fight. We already know that that's a win-ish. So I don't love moving unhidden. The Lost Castle could pop. We could pull a bunch of crap. But, man, this is going to be such a slow haul anyway. Move. Maybe a search. So how about this? Here, okay, this is what we're going to do. How's this? We're going to move into the crag. Then we're going to do a search. And this guy's going to do the same thing. Our headquarters. That gives us a slightly better chance to get this. It's a little bit of a dangerous move. Ugh, is it? But I'm just worried about the amount of time it's going to take me to get all this done. So, and I still think the Swordsman will probably move first. Giants and trolls, that looks bad-ish, but okay, let's do it. Swordsman first. Swordsman hides and searches 3 times. We're unhidden. Hides. He does, so he is now hidden. He now searches 3 times. He has to locate a 4 or... Oh, no. Hold on. Oops. I just lost those dice. Let me roll. This is 1. He finds nothing. 2. Oh, it's a locate. He does locate our guy here. Perfect. So the locksmith. Locksmith is in a random clearing. Find you, he will give you the victory point and a set of keys. So, we got a point, and we also record a set of keys. Unlock, chest, or vault. Done. So we actually can get into the vault now with our set of keys. That's pretty cool, actually. And we got a 4, so we are worried about the gray. Yep, stink. Stink M. Stink M. Stink M is drawing something. Yes, it is. Drawing a giant. So we did not escape totally unscathed there. But that's it. Stink M, we got a giant. Let me move him off of there. And that's okay. The swordsman's not super worried about the giant. In fact, he will likely become unhidden to run out of that clearing, because that will save him from having to hide first thing. So Locksmith is played, and he will get a card at the end of the day. And that's it for the swordsman. So next we have the sorcerer. Okay, sorcerer. If I recall here, the sorcerer goes bam and bam right into that little disaster. He's gonna hit roar. Roar is gonna draw us 2 heavy trolls right there. I mean, it is what it is. It's yeah. So, I mean, we knew that was coming. So we're just going to live with it for now. And we are done with the sorcerer. He is blocked and attacked by trolls. The white knight will hide twice and move into. He succeeds. He moves into the spider. Nothing appears there. And then finally, the captain. He just falls out, moves in. So does his guy. So let's actually. And technically, you would have to. I know you'd actually have to put an attention shit in separately. Okay, well, there we go. I just move them to, at the same time. So, ruins and the lost castle. That actually is not ideal. Or it's great. I'm not sure yet. Not sure how I feel about that yet. Let's see what it brings before we weep. Statue in 2. Roar 6. Horde in 6. Layer in 3. Hatter in 5. Well, the good news is only one of those brings disaster. That is Roar 6. So that's a Roar M. But the Giants are out. Whoa, ho ho ho! That the Giants are out. So we do not pull Jack all here in the mountains. So, okay, we move up, and now we're going to search, I believe. And with the goal of the search is actually to roll a 1, 2, or 3. So we're going to, what is it? Peer. 1, 2, or 3 gives us, nope, that's a 4. That ain't nothing. And then this guy comes up and does the same thing, the HQ for the guard. 1, 2, or 3. 1, we will take it. And we will find 2, 3. And in the same clearing of the crag green, I'm just going to say that, unhidden, we find it with our buddy. Done. That was luck. That was a stroke of really good fortune. Uh, Maybe a little undeserved there for that kind of move. I'm all for sort of taking that shot. The swordsman is going to run out using like a move 4 if he's got. Does he have a move? He has a move 4. Yeah, absolutely. So he's just going to use a move 4 to run out, and that's tonight. He's going to unhide, run to there. He's done. The sorcerer has to meld into mist, so he is mist again, but he will stay in the clearing. The white knight is going to fight the spider. Now the white knight is hidden. So technically, the white knight, because he's hidden, nothing's on his sheet. He's on the spider sheet. He plays a fight to ready this weapon, and he plays a fight to use the weapon to attack, and then the spider is going to 3. He's going to go down to here. Does he flip? He does not flip. There you go, done. The white knight is unhidden. Spider gets pulled onto his sheet. Oops. We'll keep one here just for giggles. We're going to see what we... Now, the nice thing is we missed. I mean, the nice thing. We missed, so our weapon is alerted. We can play a super crappy thing there. And we are going to play a really big move for the sole fact that we want the combat to continue if things don't go our way. So first, let's see where this spider's going to go. So we roll a 1. 1 stays the same. These two flip. That's good news for us. Spider doesn't flip. So what happens is the spider, we go first. Our weapon is the fastest thing in this battle. We hit the spider, we kill the spider. That's going to score 3 and 3 for the white knight. He's killed 2 spiders. He is our spider slayer. If only he had that card, because there is that card, but he doesn't have it. So we've resolved all the combats tonight. Run, missed, and a smackdown, a squish of a spider. Does anyone else have anything to... Oh, yeah, okay. So let's see what we get. Ghost Hunter for the Swordsman. Oh, that's intriguing. Swordsman, Locksmith, Ghost Hunter. I think the... where are the damn ghosts? You know what? Ghost Hunter is actually really good for him. Because he can kill that pretty well. Let's see what Ghost Hunter is. Do we need to investigate it? So Ghost Hunter, no investigation. We kill both ghosts. We're in a VP. And we can go to the chapel for an extra reward, which would be 10 prowess. And ghosts will no longer prowl block. They will not initiate combat with you effectively. Or if Fractured Grail produces white magic on demand. But once you do, you have to roll, and on a 6, it's destroyed. So we could get up there and kill the ghosts, and we could make our way to the chapel, though I feel that might not be worth it. So we might forego that. And instead, just go up, kill the ghost, take the VP, and move on. So I like that. I like that for our can we kill a bat? We do have a fight L2. If we are hidden, a bat is an auto kill. Well, not quite. Hold on. Remember, bats are never auto kills. They can always flip and make our lives miserable-ish. But ultimately, a bat should be an auto kill for the swordsman over the course of time. It is literally a fatigue fest. Um, Potentially, right? Multiple bats, not so good. We don't do that. Multi bats bad. Single bat. Now the one problem we have is these are all two tubies. So okay, no, I get it. Okay, so we can probably manage that bat. But what I am going to do is move 2, move 3, and then I'm simply going to hide. So we're going to get out of dodge and then go to Pine Woods and hide. We're going to execute 3 moves: move, and move into the Pine Woods, and then we're going to hide. And that's our move. Now this is day 7. There's white magic everywhere and black magic. Doesn't really matter. So the sorcerer, he has 2 options. One is to hide and search. And that's fine. He could totally do that. But the other is just to search. And though he will be found for sure, he will automatically be able to get, because of the sudden insight card. Without the card, totally different thing. I think we're going to do that. I think our move for the sorcerer is simply going to be search. It's going to be the first thing we do. And then, whatever, he's going to hide or whatnot. But it's never going to happen. He's going to be blocked. Right? So no matter what, he's going to be blocked. He knows that, and that's fine. He's going to use sudden insight. He's going to pop locate the shrine. That's going to give him a VP. He can mist out of there if he needs to. And then since he started the day there, we then have to decide which direction to run. Whether we run toward the Oak Woods, or whether we run to the Maple Woods, or the Oak Woods or the Borderland. And it depends. What does it depend on? We like the Lancers. We'll figure that out in a minute, but that's his move. So we've done that. The White Knight does have to. Oh, by the way, the White Knight has to fatigue for his playing of the move. He'll fatigue a T6 right there. He's done. And let's put this back. So let's put him all back. I would say the White Knight is going to hide twice. Hide 3 times and move in and rest. Done. Hide 3 times. Hide. Move into the ruins. And now he has a rest. Because he gets an extra rest every day. The captain. Where's the captain? All right, so what's the captain? Captain is currently exploring the damn crag. That is a little damn dangerous, for sure. But he has found this. This will help him get back faster. Now, the problem that we have We can hide and move, and we get 1. Now, I would be a lot more, but we could make the ballsy move. Now, I'd be a lot more for the ballsy move of just move, if this weren't if this weren't the Lost Castle. Now that it's a Lost Castle, man, you could be taking 5 flipping turns here to do this. I don't love it. Having said that, so here's what I'm gonna do. The captain's gonna hide twice and then move to Crag 5. Should I have his boys just follow him? Yeah, we're just gonna follow the captain for now. We might make some decisions here because it'd be nice to have them searching for crap. But this is so dangerous potentially that I would just love to let them follow here. And go with him just in case bad stuff happens. I think that's day 7 for everybody. It is. I think the swordsman's still going first because I think he thinks that's the best way to roll mostly. Giants and trolls again. Okay, well, swordsman's first. He move, and then hides. Yep. That gets him out of giant land, at least. He does hide, and he is done. Next is the White Knight, and then the Sorcerer and the Cat. White Knight hides 3 times. Yep, he does. Into the Ruin, which is a smoke sea and a flutter sea. None of that's going to draw today. And the White Knight is done. The Sorcerer searches. He is blocked immediately. He uses sudden insight. He locates the shrine. So let's at least mark that off before he gets his comeuppance here. So the shrine is found by the Sorcerer. He locates it for a VP using sudden insight, and he is done for the day. But he also, not only does he block, he also gets a little double action here. Double mint gum action with the tremendous troll shows up on a roar, and he is done. And then it's the captain's turn, and the captain's going to hide twice. He does. He moves up here. Everyone's hidden. Roar Mountain 6 doesn't bring anything, does it? Where are these giants? One is dead, right? Yeah, one giant is killed. The other giant is stuck in the high pass. Oh, right. Damn. Okay. So, well, no, he's not. Because at the beginning of the day, so that is true. Once we roll trolls, a couple things happen. One is everything comes back to life. The other is everything comes off the board. So the sorcerer pops the trolls off, but he doesn't get this troll. Instead, he gets these trolls again. They leave and come back. So nothing happens there. That's a non-event there. But now that the Giants are alive and so on, Roar 6 does indeed pop another Giant. So a little bit of retconning there to do the right thing. And we are done. Giants aren't a big problem. Giants aren't a huge problem. It would be actually a 1 would be a little bit disastrous. Oof. A 1 would be disastrous once we get all the damn clearings in the crack. I would almost bet you that this is going to be not a good move. That this is gonna. Okay, we'll just have to fight our way back, and it'll take most of a week or 2 weeks probably to fight our way back. The guard will be done by then. The captain will hopefully be vaguely rich and notorious by the time he's done with that. I think we are done with the week. I think we are done with the week. And so we look at where we're at. We've only scored a point for the Swordsman. Swordsman has scored. The Sorcerer has managed to score with a clever card play. Neither the White Knight or the Captain has scored. Now, they've both scored notoriety. And so they would be getting some points for that by the end of the game. At the end of the day, we do have to figure out what the Sorcerer does. Where's he going to go? So this is the problem. We would have to run before we actually get to draw cards. If I drew cards, I think the Sorcerer's going to run to the woods. That gives him 4 phases to. So that's where he's going to run to tonight. And we get the Lost Scholar and Porter. Porter's just an event. And Lost Scholar, we will have to. So we get Porter. Porter just gets someone you can hire on the board. And Lost Scholar is going to put the Scholar in a random location. And we're going to have to bring him to a dwelling. All right. I mean, that's our first week. We've gone 2 hours, so I think we're going to cut this video. We're going to be done with this video here and post this guy, and then we will start next video. We'll start on week 2, and we'll do another week, I think. So thank you all for watching, and I appreciate it. If you have any comments, any corrections, suggestions, I'm for it. And that's it. Thanks a lot.